But speaking of color, I did find the color that I think we're going to be using. Just ignore that says Ford on there. All you GM guys out there that are yelling. Welcome back to the Workbench, where we try to make things. We're continuing to try to make today is Monogram's Heavy Chevy Chevelle. This is what I'm calling the Buddy's Buddy build, or it's the build that we're trying to make look like a buddy of mine's buddy's car. Anyways, if you'd like to get caught up on this build, there's a link down in the description to a playlist. You can get completely caught up to where we are right now. And where we are right now is, well, finishing up the chassis, but mainly working on the body and figuring out and working on the wheels and tires. So let's just wrap up the chassis real quick. I've got it about as flat as I think I'm going to be able to get it without causing any problems. I really just don't want to break this chassis. So I just used a hair dryer and got it flattened out as best I can, or untwisted as best I can. I think from there we can just work with the body to make it happen. So let's move this chassis out of the way and let's actually look at the body. So speaking of the body, I was hoping this was going to be, or at least I thought this was going to be, a pretty simple prime, little cleanup, and then shoot with color. Unfortunately, that's not the case. It's not that bad, but that's not the case. We do have the, what do we call these? The mold lines that we're going to have to clean up here. By the way, basically all I did was I completely cleaned the body, gave it a coat of primer. This is what I always do. I'll give it a coat of primer before I do anything to the body, because this primer, especially this gray primer, will really bring out where all the issues are that we got to take care of. And like I said, we've got body lines we're going to have to clean up, or not body lines, but mold lines that we're going to have to clean up, which is expected. That's no big deal. But what we do have that I wasn't expecting, that's going to be a little bit more of a chore, is, let's see, you can see the body line here and how correct, I guess we'll say, that this body line is here in the door, and then how we turned into a bad mold and how we lost this body line here. It's even worse on the passenger side. We look good in the door, but we lost this body line to continue in this same profile all the way up front here. And we lose that. Basically, I guess for whatever reason, here and here in the mold, maybe it released early or something. Like, I don't really know enough about that process, but something happened and we've got bad body lines. So we're going to have to build these in, essentially. We're going to have to build those up and build them in to match the doors and make them look right. Other than that, everything on the body actually looks pretty good. It's pretty good molds, like the SS454. Oh, which, by the way, we'll have to remove that 454 because we're doing a 396. I'll have to look and I don't remember. You know what? I don't remember if it has the SS on there or not. I'll have to look and see exactly what whatever we need to remove, we'll remove. But the point being is the molds there look very good, including the Chevelle on the trunk actually looks real good. All that looks real good. Just for whatever reason, the fenders, I don't know what's going on there, but we're gonna have to fix those fenders. So that's a little extra work we're gonna have to do on the body. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I should be able to get that done. I think by next week. I'm not going to promise that we're going to have this in color by next week or in paint by next week, but I will have the bodywork, well, at minimum started, hopefully finished. But speaking of color, I did find the color that I think we're going to be using. Just ignore that says Ford on there. All you GM guys out there that are yelling at the TV right now, just ignore that says Ford. What we're really interested in is this royal blue. I think the royal blue is going to be the right color. By the way, I love this U-Pole Expert color. It really, it's just really, it's a 1K, so you don't have to deal with all the 2K stuff, all the toxicity, I guess would be the right word, of a 2K. So it's just a 1K, and it's their expert color I've had really good luck with. This looks to be the right color, so that's what we're going with for the body. Now, other than the body, what we really need to work on is the wheels and tires. So if you follow along in the directions of this, the actual next step is mounting the wheels and tires to the chassis. But we need the correct wheels and tires. The kit doesn't come with them. And what it looks like to me in the photo are, they're a rally wheel, obviously, and I think they're probably an American racing rally style wheel, whatever. I don't know the exact names of them, but I think I found something pretty close, and I printed out a whole bunch of sizes, backspaces, and all that kind of stuff here. And also printed out a couple tires that came with this model, or with this 3D file. And I think these are probably here pretty close to the right size. I think these are going to be too big. These guys are going to be too big. In fact, we can bring the body back over, and I think this is probably the correct size wheel. The only thing is the tire that goes with these wheels, I think, are too low profile. That's going to be too low of a profile for sure. In fact, if we look at the wheels that, or the tires, I should say, that came with the kit, I think this is probably the correct profile of tire. So you can see they're a little bit taller. Now, of course, this wheel won't fit this tire. So I think I'm going to do two different things, two different options here. One, I think I'm going to take this tire, and just give it more meat to the tire, a taller profile. But then I think I'm also going to take, and actually I think what I'm going to do is go with this wheel that's too tall. I think this one has the right back spacing here, the right face to it. This one looks like a little too much back spacing. I think this one's probably better. I'll size it down one to this size to fit this wheel, or this tire, with a taller profile. But I think I'm also going to size it all the way down to fit the stock tires also. And then we'll have a couple of options to look at to see what kind of matches best to the photos we have of the real thing. I think that'll be the good way to do it. And I do think this one's the best back spacing. The wheels on the car do have a bit of back spacing to them. Like, they're not, it's not like this where they're flush to the front. So I think I'll use this one and resize it. This will be the correct wheel. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I think I'm going to do those two options, and I think one of those two should work. We'll see what it looks like. We'll see what it looks like. I'm going to leave it there. We'll see what it looks like. Next week we'll have that ready to go, and we'll see what works best. But I'm also at the same time working on the interior, because I was just, like I said, keep the feet running here. And I've got the same issue basically with the body as the interior, or the interior has the same issues with the body. The interior tub itself and the dash are actually really nicely molded. They're really, really good. And for the most part, the seats are really good too, except for the seams around were awful. they were mismolded. They had chunks taken out of them and stuff like that. So I'm having to fill those in. Now the problem, or not the problem, but what's making it a little more difficult and a little more time consuming, I guess would be the right word, is we've got this back piece that goes on the backside of the seats. A lot of the GM cars had this kind of I don't even know how to say it, but the back of the seat is its own piece that kind of goes on there, so there should be a line, and this line here should follow around, and it does, but it follows into the mold line, which is what we're trying to correct and fix. So it's kind of making, I've got to work this, what are we going to call it? The seat body line, the mold line for the seat, or the seat line here. We've got to get that worked in while also filling the mold line between where the two pieces come together, clamp together. So it's made it a little bit more of a chore, a little bit, and I think time consuming is a better way to say it, because I got to make sure and get that line back in there. And then what I think we'll do, like my idea is, because basically once these are installed, the main place you're going to see the majority of those lines is on the insides, looking across through a window across. So once the seats are done, whichever ones have the best insides, that's how we'll decide which seat is the driver's seat and which seat is the passenger seat. Now I'll fully work both sides, of course, because you will see the tops of the seats at least from the outside. But again, I just want to make sure and give the best side on the inside, because that's mainly what we're going to see. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense to you. But it is taking a little bit more time just because we've got to do that. The rest of the interior is going to be very straightforward. The only other thing I have to do is find a Grant wheel. I think it looks like he's running a Grant style wheel. It's not a stock wheel. I'll find something that matches pretty well there. Other than that, the interior, pretty straightforward. Just a matter of getting it painted up. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the wheels. I think they're pretty close. Let me know what you think about these old kits. That's just how it is sometimes. You've got those bad molds that you gotta work with. Let me know what you think about the interior. Let me know what you just think in general. Leave me those comments down below. I really do love reading them. If you've enjoyed this, hit the subscribe button. We've passed 10,000, working on 20,000. So if you've enjoyed this, hit the subscribe button. We'll get to that 20,000 a little quicker. Hit the like button, hit the hype button, do all those things everybody tells you to do on YouTube. I need to work out the exact right wheel. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.